Yeah.
Now it is. All right, before we go any further, please introduce yourselves to the people.
My name's Johnny Maltese Miller, aka Johnny Tsunami, and I'm on the Rocket Squirrels.
I'm Kyle Pietrowski, aka KP, but on the field, I am Gladiator. I should say in the arena, I am
Yes.
Gladiator.
Hey, how you doing? This is Big E, Ethan Moskal, number 28 on the Rocket Squirrels. Lifelong Chicagoan. No, I'm just kidding, you guys. This is Ethan. Glad to be here. Thanks so much, Mike.
Oh, thank you, guys. I'm curious to know. I'm just here to take this all in. It's been it's been a crazy to last. Has it been? It hasn't even been 2 weeks. It's been a week and a half. Um, so I'm just here for the ride to listen and let you guys just talk. I want to hear what this has been like for you guys.
Well, you should have hit record earlier, man. You would have got your listeners into me complaining that Johnny never invites me golfing, and how we're out there and we can't be friends on the field, but we're trying to be friends off the field and all that good stuff.
Kyle, I'd love to invite you as much as the other teammates, but I don't want to show special affection towards anybody in particular. Even though because I want to create a fair, equal opportunist environment for everyone.
I think
That's
Johnny's
that's great, man. I
invited
agree
me.
with that, Johnny. What'd you say, Ethan?
Well, I think Johnny has invited me on several occasions, and I'm a horrible golfer. I mean, I go to the driving range at Diversity, and I scoop the balls out of the net and just like hang out there. That's all I got, man. That's as much of a contribution as I can
You know, the funny part
give.
is last time I talked to Johnny, he was also golfing. I think he invited me too.
Oh
You
no!
know what I'm saying, guys? Yeah. See, I try to go with the all-inclusive atmosphere instead of the non-inclusive. So, yeah, you guys are welcome over anytime to my house if you want to just hang out. Just Johnny can't be there. So, sorry in advance, Johnny boy. Uh, but no, Mike, to answer your question, man, it's hard to say like it's better than expected or anything like that because like in this situation we're so focused on our performance and making sure we're getting everything done the right way and being ready for the fans and just like constantly you can't practice being with 1,000 kids and then other adults that are loving what we do. So thinking about all of that has been like our end in mind, right? Because that's how I approach stuff, is with the end in mind. Having the idea that we would have fans, right? Like didn't sink in. And so now being there and hearing someone yell your name or your teammate's name and like, can you sign this? Can I like I'm signing forearms and shoulders and like can I have your shoe? Okay, can I have your shoelaces? Can I have your wristband? Can I have your hat? Can I like it's insane. And I'm just trying to keep up with everyone and like you want to like you just everybody's so happy, you want to keep everybody happy. So
Yeah.
it's just been a wild ride in the very, very short time that it's been. And I probably speak for all of us when I say like I'm home right now and I feel like I should be there. So I'm like, what do I do right now with my time? Like I just want to be out there and doing it over and over again. So yeah, it's been crazy.
All right. What about for you, Ethan? Like, oh, well, actually, let me give you guys a question. Here's a better question because I was feeling very envious when last weekend, and I got to know that you guys were going to go to the corn crib, and you were there. Tell me what that moment is like when you finally get there, and the day is finally here.
Absolutely. I mean, uh, some nerves, some excitement. I just remember pulling up to the field and it was a gorgeous day, sun's beating down, and just walking around on the turf and taking it in. I mean, I've been lucky enough in college. I played like at US Bank Stadium where the Vikings play, but it was empty and it was dark and it was in the middle of the night. And it wasn't necessarily that same experience, but this is gorgeous. People are just hanging out, enjoying themselves. Music's going. It's a really uplifting thing, and I think the in-person nature of the performance is really nice. Connecting with the audience has been a phenomenal feeling, and kind of what Kyle was talking about. I wasn't sure what to expect. I wasn't sure if we were going to have 1,000 fans,
Mm.
and that moment, I think having people show up and just being able to kind of be a celebrity without having to prove much, essentially just kind of bringing excitement in ourselves. That is an incredible feeling. So that was so nice, just being on the field, running through the stands. Um, I feel incredibly fortunate to be part of whatever this is going to morph into. It's really exciting.
It's a lot different being it's a lot different having the trajectory where you're like, okay, we're gonna have thousands of fans in the seats, right, in the audience. But then when you like put that in front of you and you're in the stands with them, that's where I'm like blown away. That's the part that I didn't know how to expect. Because as a player and a performer, I think we're all wanting to focus on performing for the fans. But then when you put yourself, you insert yourself in the situation with fans and individual engagements and how many you get to have in each interaction, wow, like that's been something that's taken me back and has been
Yeah, that's
great
been like best part about it. I think.
by
Yeah,
far.
so far it's those micro interactions like you talked about are so fun. It's been great.
Yeah, that's like the different aspect that we're also used to in baseball playing is like performing for our fans, and we're on the field, they're in the stadium, but this extra aspect to it where we're engaging with them beforehand. Like we create a tunnel as they walk through the gates and get checked by security in their tickets. We're creating a human tunnel for them that we just got high fives all the way down, and kids are so happy to run through the tunnel. Like, they'll run through it again, and then they'll ask for our signatures. And so, like, even that aspect alone of like being able to converse with fans before anything has ever even happened, and then being able to be both a player and an entertainer. So, when you're not playing, you're you're out in the audience, you're out in with the fans, you're literally sitting with them, standing with them, dancing with them. And then next inning you're hopping over the fence and you're in the field playing. Like it's such a cool different aspect that we're all like having fun getting used to, and figuring out like how to do it, and have fun doing it.
I wanted to tell you guys that. So when I went to see you guys, and I brought my friend came, and the one thing that took me completely, just blew me away. And I immediately text another person that works for us, Ray, for um the tickets. And I was like, dude, you have to see how the fans are interacting with these guys. And just it was so like every inning, it just was I was blown away, but just how much love you guys were getting immediate, just the interaction. It's like, do they always do this? They always come up. This the interaction I've never it was incredible seeing that reaction. And I don't know, and I don't know if it like how you guys took it in, like, oh my, is this that's just it doesn't seem normal, you know? It was so amazing to watch happen in real life. And so
Yeah, I mean, a wall of small children like that trying to like work their way. We're pushing them back. We can't have them on the field. Everyone's, can you sign this? Can you trade with me? Like, what do you want me to trade with you? Like, oh, let's
yeah.
trade glasses. Like, let's trade
Yeah,
bats.
yeah.
Um, yeah, I don't think any of us were expecting that. And um, yeah, and that energy. And anytime you make a venture like this or a new show or any sort of entertainment, there's always that fear that the audience may not connect. And just like you said, Mike, I mean, I think it was full blown excitement all the way through. Cheering, we're trying to get people involved, different dance competitions or dance offs, trying to get people to cheer. I mean, it is loud. It's loud in there. People are loving it.
Yeah, I
Um,
think it's a little backwards from normal baseball too, because I'm not like I don't know about you guys, but when I run in the dugout, I'm not looking at the lineup to see when I'm playing. I'm looking at the lineup to see when I'm fan bathing. And by the way, I'm going to trademark fan bathing, but like that's it. So I'm like, all right, if I'm here and I'm in the lineup and I'm going these 3 innings or these 4 innings, like when do I get to go out and be there with them? And that's the coolest part. And like I've kind of learned, like Mike, I think you noticed, if you go to where the edge is, like where the edge of our dugout is, you can't get to the fans.
Yeah.
You're really in that area engulfed with that section of fans. And like that's great, but all of our teammates are there. So what I've kind of learned is like, oh, just run down the field and pretend like you're doing something else, hop the fence down the field and then get behind them. And then
Yeah.
you're like walking up behind people, you get to go in the stand and then you get to mingle with everybody. It's been like a little escape route that we have, but yeah, I think that um, kind of what we've all quick. And I think I've noticed it takes people back because I'll have a conversation with a kid or an adult, and I'll just be like, "Hey, like, what are you doing here? What brought you here? Family, friends? Like, what do you do for a living? And like, what position do you play if you play a sport?" Like, I want to get to know some of them, and I think that kind of confuses them. They're like, "Why are you, like, why are you asking me these questions?" But that's what we're there for. Like, we want to get to know everybody that's at our games, which is, it's the coolest part.
Let me get this. Let me ask you guys this because I know you, all three of you are baseball players. Is it hard to lock in to, because if you're competitive athletes, like, is it hard to like unlock it? Like, hey, I still have to play a baseball game. I, or is it just like you've figured out the balance of I'm an entertainer and it's not, because again, I know you, all three of you are probably very competitive. So,
So Ethan and I actually talked about this with one of our other teammates, Jimmy. And now he's our Australian player, and there's so much competitive nature ingrained within all of us, and so we kind of had to like reroute that into more of a performance aspect. And so one way that helped us reroute that and just have fun and cut loose was engaging with the fans. Like we found like when it was just us without the fans before our season opener, we're competitive with one another. But then when we had the fans, we were able to play one inning, jump in with the audience in the other inning and the fans and connect with them, and then come back and play. You played so much more looser. You just had more fun. It was easier to just cut loose and have fun after engaging with everybody.
all right.
I
Well,
don't think.
speaking of it, well, I'm going to cut you off because speaking
Yeah, yeah. Go
of
ahead, Mike. Sorry.
having fun, I want to know from each of you, tell me what's your favorite inning? Like, what is your favorite inning in these games? Because I'm still trying
I
to
can
figure everything out.
Yeah,
So,
Ethan, you go first, man. I like. I guess just to clarify the question, are you including when we get to go be with the fans? Because you're gonna get stuck. I know Ethan and I know Johnny pretty well. We're all gonna kind of say the same thing, like we just want to go hang out with them. Or are you talking about the performance innings for us?
the
Is that what you're
actual
talking
away
about?
from the fans, the actual when you were
Okay,
on the
cool,
field.
cool. Yeah.
I think our dugout dances, we've been really fortunate to have some great entertainment directors as part of the program. And I've learned a ton about dance and explore. I took music and theater classes when I was much younger and did some like not to get too in the weeds here, but like learned some dance vocabulary stuff. But I think our dugout dances really show the entertainment side, that we're not just great athletes, but that we can really be great entertainers as well. And I like showcasing that and getting the fans excited. So I think that's the fourth inning. The Duggan Aces are great. I love that.
Kyle.
I'll go. Yeah. I'm gonna say the first inning. I that may seem like a little boring because like I part of me wants to say carnival ball or dodgeball inning. Like those are all super fun to me, but inning one, I think it's special to me for a couple reasons. The main reason is because it's when we kick everything off. So like we literally go from our opening like intro to the fans to then our team warm up in front of the fans. and then straight into the action, right? And like we're actually playing ball, and there's nothing else going on besides we're playing baseball that first inning. And I love the way we lead into it, and then like the excitement everybody has behind it. Because let me tell you, the first this is going to go against what I say next, by the way, but the first crack of a bat, like the fans go crazy. And let me tell you, I only know this so well because I'm pitching that first crack of the bat. And it gets so much crazier, right? Like just the last time I pitched at UIC, I think Rye Guy just hit a rope off me. And when he hit that rope, like everybody went wild. And like mixed emotions. As soon as it's hit, I'm like, oh. And then as soon as it's past me and I hear everybody scream, I'm like, they're so happy. Like, yeah, like trying to deal with the disappointment of giving up the hit, but then watching the fans go crazy for something like that, was super cool from the opposing side. And then finish that inning. Like I've had an inning or two where I ended on a strikeout, and maybe it's a dirty one. I think I got someone with a floater one time, which was pretty fun. And when that happens, the opposing crowd goes crazy for that. So just the opening to it, I think rivals are seventh inning for me. I think those are the two that rival each other, but just the start of it all, because by the seventh,
Oh, I think they took him. He's frozen.
Oh no, KP.
Oh, yeah. I'll miss
Oh,
him.
just to reiterate though, to reiterate Kyle's point though, I think the show all the way through is pretty nonstop action. Oh, there you go, KP. Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead, man.
You're
what
You're
good.
did you
You're
hear
back.
last?
unfrozen.
What did you hear last?
Yeah.
Uh, what
I
was
was
it?
just saying how the first inning and the last inning rival each other for me. The only thing that gives the first inning the win is simply because I know when the seventh inning hits, it's coming to an end, and so I'm just sad. So I'm like, oh, I don't want this to be over. So inning one is my answer.
I would say either dodgeball inning, for no reason in particular. Um,
True.
or I really do like the seventh inning, because that's when we do like a special, like both teams come out and dance. I don't know if I should give away any specifics, but both teams come out and do a cool number, and that's when in the seventh inning every run counts as a point, and that's when a team, if they have more trick plays, they get the extra point, and so the stakes get higher. And then we come out and we do a finale, and it's really great. Like that, like yes, it's sad to end it, but there's so much that goes on in that ending time. It's really fun just to be a part of, and for the fans to just witness and experience too. But I also like dodgeball because I'm in it, and I like the snowball dodgeball too because Bella she's a gymnast, and so we like to have fun like flipping around and
Dude,
stuff like
you
that.
you had a full-on dance battle in the middle. And I'm trying to explain that this baseball thing to my friend who barely knows sports. And then in the middle of it, you have a damn dance battle.
Yeah, yeah. So at any time, like at any time, if a coach wants to challenge a play, they'll throw their challenge flag, and it's essentially against the umpire that's called the out or the safe, and then against a coach gets to pick somebody on their team to come out and dance off with against the ump, and there's some, and all of our umps are really great. Like they all have like their own special talents. So I've had to really step up my dance moves, um, and get a couple pointers from Gladiator, to win these dance competitions.
Thanks, buddy.
But though, yeah, the dance competitions are really the dance offs are pretty fun.
We've been three places so far. What's your favorite place that we've been? Well, I guess we've been more. Um, and what's your favorite moment? So that, and again, not necessarily with the fans, because the fan that's a whole different animal. But what's been your favorite moment? Um, and the
Johnny, don't answer your favorite place, man. Whatever, it's a trap. Don't do it. They're all our favorite, Mike. I don't know what you're talking about. It feels like we're at home everywhere we go.
okay, all right, yeah,
Everybody's amazing.
because
Yeah.
we have to go
If
back
we
to these
want to give a
places. So
shout
then I'm
out,
very curious to know.
we got
Okay.
to give, we got, if we give a shout out, we're giving a shout out to UIC just because
Mm,
we're at Chicago, we're home. That's the only reason we give the shout out. Other than that, it's been amazing
I gotta
everywhere.
say, you know what?
I
How
totally agree.
magical was that night? Was just to be in Chicago on a
Yeah.
Thursday, that crowd that came out.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, incredible having Jesse White there. There was talk of maybe even getting Curtis Granderson there. Maybe next, I think for our next USC game, that could be something exciting. Oh yeah, but just the skyline in the back of center field with the lights coming down, beautiful day, great sound system. I mean, couldn't ask for anything better.
Mm.
You guys are all shy now. Oh, did Kyle, did you freeze it? No, no, I saw him smile. I saw him smile. That counts. All
I'll
right.
just keep talking, man. I make sure not to have any caffeine before this, so I could try to like hold myself back from saying too
No,
much.
no,
Because
no. This is not,
man,
no, I don't want you guys to hold back. I want you to talk about, like, don't look at this as an interview. Like, what you guys have had for the last week and a half, like, enjoyed it. Like, I want to hear it. I want to hear exactly what you had for pregame. I want to know what you like your
yeah,
moment on the field. I want to hear every
Yeah.
silly, stupid thing possible about this
Well,
experience.
dude,
I'll
Mike,
jump in.
you
I
don't have enough
used
time
I
for that, man.
That's true, Mike. You definitely don't have enough time. And cut me off. We can all cut ourselves off. But I used to swim at USC when I was a kid. And I just remember taking like Roosevelt Road all the way down there and being down there, going to Maxwell Street. Manny's is over there. The White Palace Grill is over there.
Yes.
So I'm seeing all this stuff. And it's bringing back a lot of memories for me because I was a small kid. I would go swim at the USC pool, which was, seemed enormous. And I was lucky enough to play at Curtis Granderson Stadium when I was in high school once. But it didn't feel the same because when you're a kid, you're just not paying attention to the small stuff and not taking in like being in the city like that and having a crowd like that. I mean, we probably played to an empty stadium when I was in high school. So this felt real, man. This felt like we're all meant to be there and the connection to the city and to Jesse White and having different organizations. Um, it felt like a cool community thing. And there was almost no pressure. It was this welcoming, like we're excited to have you here, and how can we aid the production? The fans were trying to aid the production, not the other way around. It felt like they were giving us the energy, not they wanted to be entertained. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, I totally agree with Ethan. I think each place we've been to has had its own like great qualities. For example, we started off at the Corn Crib in Blono, and I think like one of my favorite parts was just walking up the stairs, and then you reach the top of the stairs, and you see the field, you see all of the where the fans are going to sit, where you're going to perform for them. That was such a cool moment to just walk up that and see everything for like the first time. Um, URC was a little bit more of an intimate field, but also that was also our home field too, right? So to like you guys were saying, it had the skyline in the background was awesome. When everything was said and done after that day, I was lately, last to leave or one of the last to leave, and I stood out on the pitcher's mound and just like did a total 360 of like we just played here. It was just an awesome game, beautiful day. It was like 73 and sunny. The stadium was packed. The stadium lights were on, and it was just a beautiful like setup. And then just to stand there and just take everything in of what just happened, where we are, and like what we've had to do to get there. That was a super cool moment. So I did a little pano picture all the way around just to remember it. But that was really cool too. So I'd say like each stadium brings their own character, and we kind of bounce off of that. And so where was it? What did we play last? It was USC, and then it was Schaumburg Boomers, which is a beautiful field too. And it's cool. That was even more. The cool part about that one was like that was even I felt even more professional. They had like concessions, and you go like the second floor and get some food and drinks. We saw people with like these long bats of drinks
Beer
and
bats.
Yeah.
I
like
think you
that
could say,
that was
Johnny.
awesome. Like that almost like brought me back to like my childhood when we would go to games and we get peanuts or popcorn or wherever, and now like the tables were turned, so it was cool to play in that such a sophisticated stadium like Schaumburg.
I'll tell you something that's kind of interesting that we're dealing with today. And it's going to relate to you guys. So we were trying to figure out via text message, me, Stacy, and Ray about, and at some point you'll meet Ray. Ray is an amazing dude. And someone wants to send the player cookies because you have fans now. And they're like, well, we got to figure out fan mail. Like we got to figure out a fan to find. Like, how do we um, send the cookies to our house? We don't know, and it's so weird to like say, "Oh, that's a problem we got to figure out for these guys now." Um, and
Mike, I'm
now
wondering if I had the same person reach out because I had someone reach out about sending
I hope so
sending
because like
some
we were like,
someone cookies.
like where we
I volunteered. I was like, "Hey, if you trust me, you can send them to me, and I'll try not to eat them and bring them where you want me to bring them." So I was willing to give my
I
address, so I
hope
figured
so
that out.
because we were like, hey Ray, give me your address. Like we like, are you what? Oh my God. But another thing, and it's been coming online, and I've seen a few of them. I don't know if you guys have seen them. You were getting these letters and these messages about these fans, how they've been inspired from talking to you, like whatever pep talk that you guys are giving or whatever conversation you guys are having. And it's not just the autograph thing, it's the other part of this kid has didn't want to play or couldn't do this, but now he went to the game and couldn't, doesn't like he's been so inspired and these parents have just been, and we've got two or three or four, like the letters are coming in about the messages you guys are giving to the kids. Have you had that moment so far that, or like, are you just now hearing it secondhand?
Dude, shout out to my boy Kai. I don't know if he'll hear this, but he's a younger dude. I'm gonna guess he's between like I don't want to do him wrong, so I'm just gonna say he's 12. And yeah, I talked to him early in the game, and gosh, they blend together. I'm not sure which game it was. It might have been UIC, but I talked to him early in the game, and we were buddies right away. And then by the end of the game, he came out and he's like, You've been my motivation. I haven't told anyone this. This is crazy. You were my motivation. I stopped playing baseball. I'm gonna start playing baseball again." And he turns to his grandpa. He's like, "Are we gonna be there in Iowa?" And I'm like, "We're in Chicago." And I'm like, "What do you mean you're gonna be in Iowa?" And he's like, "We're gonna go to the Iowa game." And I'm like, which are you there? So my boy Kai, when you're there, I'm getting you on the field right away, man. That was super cool. I don't know how to deal with those moments yet. I it's not that I'm emotionally incapable, it's just that I'm so caught off guard that I just had fun with a buddy and played baseball and danced, and now this kid wants to change his life and get back into a sport that he quit. And I'm like, I don't know how to work through that. It just feels great.
All
I
right,
had a
there we go.
Go for it, Ethan.
I'll give a shout out to Henry, Pax, and oh, Cass, Henry Pax and Cass, my number one fans that I met at the Corn Crib. Um, Also have had great experiences with the kids. Having them sign my shirt. It's like, can you sign my shirt? Can you sign my arm? Can you sign my hat? Can you sign anything? do you have anything you can give me? I'm giving them like little tubes of pine tar or eye black, or I gave them a thumb guard, like anything they could possibly get. They love it so much. And I'm asking the parents like, hey, is it cool if I sign their shirt and stuff? Anything we could possibly sign, they love it. And having this experience of being like a celebrity is overwhelming, and it's so uplifting to bring that energy for them and to get excited and to say, hey, how are you, thanks for coming, what's your name, what do you play. The Vipers were a women's softball team that came to the UIC game, and I think seeing the women play for them was such an incredible experience.
Yeah.
And I've had other younger players, some women that were probably like 12 or 13, see our players like Mari, Sabrina, or Avery, and really incredible athletes. And I think for them, that is like, this is too cool. Like, this is there's a future in this, with the Women's Professional Baseball League in Springfield, which is not too far. It's not too far at all from the Corn Grid. So I think that was also cool to see any of our younger um, fans that are women experience that. It was super awesome.
Yeah, because it doesn't have to end for them after college. Like we know, like in college softball, that's as far as it goes. But now there's so many different avenues opening up that they're like, this just can go on as long as you want it to, which is awesome. I had one of my family friends, their son. This is one of his first baseball games he's been to in real life, and he basically my family friend told me that he thinks that this is just what baseball is now. Like he thinks that it's just there's just supposed to be dancing and stuff, and he's like so about it now. He's like, I want to dance and sing and perform and play baseball, and so like he generally thinks like this is what like professional baseball players do now. This is what like a professional game, which is awesome because like that's our right. That's our goal. That's our hope is to make this into something um, that kids can aspire to. That's not just like being real competitive and playing, like if that's your avenue, great. But also if you have like this performative aspect to you, there's a whole nother world, whole nother route that you can go down that is to your disposal.
Um, Here's a big question for you guys. Anyone on the team have better hair than Ethan right now?
Yay! Stop it,
Sorry,
Mike.
Ethan.
Oh,
Stop
Sorry,
it,
Ethan.
Mike.
that is
Sorry, Ethan. Ethan, your hair is gorgeous, my guy. And I think if you separate squirrels and snowballs, that you might get a different answer. But Ethan, you got it. Give the answer. You say
oh,
it, Ethan.
Oh,
Who's who's got the best hair on the whole team?
who's got the best hair in the whole team? I got to give it to Johnny O. I got to give it to
mm,
Johnny O.
Wow. Oh,
mm.
wow. Okay, that's not what I thought you were gonna say,
What
dude.
were you gonna say, Kyle? Hop in.
First, if you don't say Avery with those colored braids,
Oh
she's
my
gonna be
God.
crazy offended. If you don't give Raul a little bit of shout out with those beautiful Boricua curls that he's got, that's gonna not do anybody justice, right? You could even mention Johnny's Jerry curl he's got going on over here.
Yeah, that's pretty
When
Kyle,
he's
thanks for
knocking,
jumping in.
turn sideways for us,
Yeah.
Johnny. Turn sideways for us. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, okay. But how do
Notice.
you not say that Sunshine, Jonah Campbell,
Jonah's
Oh,
got
he's
has
great
got
hair
those
too.
California locks. He's got those California
beautiful
locks,
hair,
man.
dude?
Yeah. So right.
only the toughest subjects on this thing. All right, so Geneva coming up. Tell me what you guys are looking most forward to.
Is it weird to say the fans again, or like is that do we go too far with that? Is it uncomfortable now?
I never.
It's easily, Mike. It like hands down. I don't know what you guys are doing on your free time, but I am gonna quickly go absolutely broke uh, trying to find things that I can give away to these kiddos, man. Like I don't want to say no, and it's so hard. I feel like if they're the parents, I don't know if they overhear them or not, but part of me is like the parents got to know that we want to give them everything. And it's just so hard to do it. Like they want your permanent marker half the time. And you're like, I gotta keep signing autographs. I can't give you my marker. Can you sign my marker? And I'm like, oh well, that's new. Cool. I'll do that. But Yeah, I'm trying to find every way that I can be ready to give them yeses to other things, right? So like I need my batting gloves for my next at bat because it's the only Marucci batting gloves I have. So I'm like, all right, if I give you this card or if I give you this shirt or if I give you this wristband, like, can I give you something that makes you feel great and not have to say no about anything else? Because that's what I'm looking forward to the most, man, is just fan bathing. I'm gonna keep saying it.
I dig it. Well, I'll shout out Kyle P. If Kyle's pitching starting the game, I'm really excited to see he's got a little performance going at the beginning of the game. And I love the fact that the show can highlight all the players, but we try to give everyone their time to shine. And seeing Kyle start the game, and I won't say any more, but I will say he brings a lot with his character and with his energy, and it's really fun to see. So I'm hoping. I don't know if we have our lineups yet, but if Kyle's pitching, I'm excited.
Yeah, I think just I each game we try to add in more, just more, right? So I think our next goal is to add in different walk-ups, and that's one of my personal favorites. Is each stadium we go to, it's never going to be the same show, which is awesome, right? So Kyle, you talked about you met somebody, and he wants to now come to your Iowa show, and it's going to be, if not equally, as more fun because the more you go to these games, the more you understand the rules and the players, and and you yourself become more entrapped in this love of the game and the performance aspect. So we're constantly working on new walk-ups, new dances. And so Geneva's got, we got a few games under our belt. Geneva's got a lot to look forward to. Ethan, I agree with you. I love what Kyle does for his walk up, and they're gonna have some fun being a part of that and seeing that all together.
You guys are too kind, man. I don't even know what to say to that. That's very, very nice of you. I feel like I live in a world of I think I said this in my first podcast with Mike, but I live in a world of shock where I hang out with you guys and girl. When I say guys, I mean everyone. When I hang out with the squad, it's not. I think misplaced is the word because I know I fit in with you and I have a good time and it's the best feeling ever. But when we're just hanging out and practicing, performing everything, I'm like, how am I here with people that are this talented? It's hard for me to wrap my head around it. So that was the first experience I had to get over, and I'm still not over it. But now I'm so engulfed with the fan interactions that I don't have to think about it. But when you guys bring up any type of performance, I'm like, gosh, I can list every single person and how just wildly talented they are. And the kick to all of it is I've never been around so many kind people, just genuinely kind people whose their number one priority is everyone's happiness around them, right? Like that's not a common thing that you find in every human you meet. And to be surrounded by 42 of us now,
Yeah.
that's like how lucky are we, right?